I feel as though that I just need to do this video to get it out there. Just talk about it. Maybe this video will help someone, maybe it won't. Maybe this will just explain some things, but I just wanted to make a video to like really just be honest, be authentic, just like I really don't want to edit this video. I just want to talk to y'all and that's it. And I feel as though once I get this out there, I could just put it behind me and move forward. So those that have been following me for a while know that, for one, that I've been MIA on YouTube a little bit, and also the fact that I left my job a few months ago back in March to do YouTube full time. So it's like, oh, why haven't you been on YouTube when you quit your job to do YouTube? I tried to make the video several times as to why I left my job, and I probably did that video 10 times and I just could never do the video. It just either got me really frustrated doing the video, or I don't know, I was almost afraid to do the video because it's like, what if like someone sees this video and it makes me lose out on an opportunity when it comes to like, what if I have to go back to work? I left my job for one, just because the type of person that I am, I just can't see myself working for someone else. The last manager that I had at my previous job just really made me realize like I am not meant to work for someone else, and the older I got, the more I realized that. The person that I worked for last like was just very old school. I just like would get so frustrated to the point like, why are we doing this? This is stupid. And I don't know, I just feel as though they weren't really open to new ideas or trying different things, and that just got really frustrated. And then on top of that, ever since Bernard has started working at his new job, well, he's been working there for almost 2 years, it's also been a lot on me. So everything at home pretty much gets put on me, like I have to deal with the kids and all that. So it was a big adjustment and it was just a lot of stress, and also I started to feel guilty the fact that I couldn't be there for my kids. I hated that when I would pick them up from the bus stop, they'd be like, all right, where are we going? Who's watching us? Like, that just broke my heart. Like, I hated how all the time it was like that, and I felt like I could never really spend time with my kids because when I was working, when I was at home, I would try to do YouTube content, and it just really, I don't know, I just really started to feel guilty that I could not be there for my kids. And this year, just noticing that my daughter is going to be 10 years old, my oldest, and it's just like all her life I really like just try to work my butt off to prove a lot of people wrong, like because I was a young mom. A lot of people, if you don't know, I had my daughter when I was 18. I got pregnant at the end of my high school year. I was pregnant at graduation. Most people didn't know, but I had her when I was 18 years old, and a lot of people had a lot of things to say about me being pregnant young. Although me and Bernard were together for as long as we were then, people just had a lot to say, and I just always felt as though like I've had this big chip on my shoulder that I've always had to prove people wrong. And then I had Jordan, and it's like, oh, you're a young mom and you have number 2. Then it's like, oh, you're 26 and now you have 3 kids. Sometimes I don't care what people say, but other times like I don't. But other times I guess you could say I do, and I do let it get to me. I shouldn't. I just need to let go and not think of what people have to say because it's just more noise to add to everything. So anyway, getting back to the fact that my daughter's 10 years old, like I just started to really feel guilty that I have not been there for my kids. At least that's what it feels like. I'm very hard on myself when it comes to that. I want to try to be the best mom, the best everything that I can in life. I'm a perfectionist, and it's just really frustrating. Like, it just broke my heart that I feel like, I don't know, my daughter's 10 years old, and I just feel like I haven't been there the way that I should. I hated always putting it off on other people. I get that I have to work, but if I can make something out of YouTube when I have this other platform, that's what I wanted to try to do. And I needed to just do it. I needed to just pull the plug on my old job, and I'm going to figure it out. I'm very thankful that I have Bernard that was able to support me in my decision, and he knew how much I love YouTube. I mean, for me to still be doing YouTube, I'm still very passionate about it. Even after doing it for 5 years, it does get frustrating. But I think that's why I love YouTube so much, because it's like you're constantly always trying to figure out the new thing with YouTube. And the past year, though, it has been more frustrating, because I have 16,000 subscribers, and when I post a video, my video sometimes only gets 100 views. When I had 5,000 subscribers, I would get 200 to 300 views in the first 24 hours. So that has been a little bit frustrating, and the past couple months, I've really been trying to do as much research as possible when it comes to learning about how YouTube works and the algorithm. And I know I just need to put out content, but I really just needed to figure things out, like mentally, for myself, for my channel. But this whole thing has just been a challenge, and I've been dealing with anxiety. I've really been learning more about myself in this whole time that I've stepped away from my 9-to-5 and been doing YouTube. This whole entrepreneurship thing, trying to start my own business, like, yes, YouTube, you do make money. That's not what I'm talking about as far as starting my own business. Although it is a business, I'm trying to do something separately, but that's a whole nother story. You learn a lot about yourself. I know that I can do it. It's just, I'm hard on myself. I've been dealing with anxiety and depression at the same time. Sometimes I don't know if my postpartum depression has fully went away, or maybe it's just I've always had this. There are times where I just feel like I have so much anxiety. I just really shut down. And I don't want to talk to no one. When I do talk to people, I just kind of blow up, or I'm very snappy, which is something that I realized about myself. I didn't realize that when I'm getting like that, it's mostly because my anxiety, like, I really don't want to talk to you, but because you're talking to me, like, I just like snap. I shouldn't be like that. I think it's unfair to people around me that have to deal with me, but I don't know, it's just something that I've been dealing with, and I'm trying to learn how to work through. Also, the whole thing financially has definitely been a little bit of a stress. Leaving my 9-to-5, I try to simplify my life as much as possible to make this as easy as possible. It's still a little bit of a struggle, but I have started to figure out different ways of getting out of it. But definitely, like, if you are looking to leave your 9-to-5, like, you really just have to simplify your life and try to get your overhead as less as possible. Like, you have to say goodbye to all the materialistic stuff. And I think at first that was hard because I used to be very materialistic. Like, I used to love getting my nails done, love having this, love having that. But what I realized is, like, all that stuff is just like for other people to know that you have it, to say that you have it. And I want my own business, and I want to work for myself, be there for my kids more than anything. So all this stuff for other people to see doesn't matter. I don't care that I only have one pair of sneakers. They're Jordans. I've had them for 3 years. So what? Because in a few years, I'll be able to really get what I want. So I know that I have to make these sacrifices now. And I know a lot of people kind of look down on me in a way, and that's also been a little bit of a struggle for me. That someone just always, like, you know that someone has something to say, and I have people that don't understand the situation or how I make money, and they're just like, why don't you just go back to a 9-to-5? Like, people just don't get it. People just don't get it, and a lot of people think that entrepreneurship is a joke, and why don't you just, like, get a job that actually helps people? Well, for one, YouTube definitely helps people. Two, I can't see myself being a nurse or something like that, because I don't know, like, I don't get that type of joy out of, like, helping people, or I just, like, get all this anxiety, like, oh, like, I don't like having the need to please people. Like, you should see me when I cook. Like, when I cook, I'm just like, do you like it? Do you like it? Like, I'm that annoying person. Like, I want to make sure that what I made or what I'm doing is good enough, and when I don't, I feel really, like, incomplete. Like, damn, I fucked up. And I just don't want to have a job that's like that. That's not the type of job that I want. I want it on my terms. Maybe that seems really selfish and really dumb, but shout out to the people that do that type of stuff. I am not looking down on you. Do you, but that's not what I know will work for me, and that's not what I'm gonna find happiness in. I do enjoy teaching people. I do enjoy being creative. Like, that's what gives me happiness. So I used to hate, especially when I first graduated, and people were like, do this, do that. Like, no, like, I would be doing that for you, not for me. And I'm sure everyone, especially around my age, you know what it's like for your parents to be like, oh, do this because this is gonna earn you a good income. But is that gonna make me happy? Like, is that what that's what you want to do. I'm not going to live my life through you. So a lot of people really don't understand, but it is what it is. I've already realized that I just need to let go of all that noise, and because I have enough of it in my house with a toddler and kids and all that. Also, a lot of people don't realize that working from home, like, some people think that I just like do nothing. Like, they don't realize how much it goes behind trying to think of ideas when it comes to content, how much planning you have to do when it comes to emailing brands, how much back and forth that is, how much you're on your phone, your computer. Like, it's a lot. And for people to always think that you could just get up and go, like, oh, come on, let's do this. Then it's like you feel like, oh, you're whack if you don't do this. Like, oh, come on. Like, it's so annoying. To follow my dreams, I just realized I really had to simplify my life. Just be thankful for what I do have. Like, I don't care if I only have to eat spaghetti and pancakes every day for dinner. Like, I'm thankful for the dinner that I have one card to get me from point A to point B. I've also just learned to be thankful for what I have and not what I don't have. Like, when I say that I simplified everything, like, I have gotten rid of so much stuff, and this is all to have a life that I want. Like, I knew leaving my job I would be taking like 7 steps back, but I know it's to take 20 steps forward. And if you want to follow your dreams, like, that may be also what you have to do. There's going to be people that have a lot to say. You just have to ignore the noise. Find yourself and just be grateful for what you do have. And I have found so much more happiness and being thankful for what I have. Just being thankful for my 3 kids, thankful for Bernard, and thankful for all the people that help me and Bernard on a day-to-day basis. Like I said, I just wanted to do this video to kind of get it out there, just kind of explain things, just be as real as possible. I don't want to edit this. I mean, I'm probably going to edit some things because sometimes I just repeat myself. I try to find a better way to say things. So sorry about the light. It's going to go in and out. It's finally like bright and sunny in New Jersey. Let me put this down. A 6-month update of life after leaving my 9-to-5. It's been a struggle, but I'm definitely going to keep going. I'm not giving up at all because I have dreams and I will hustle and I will get what I want. That's just the type of person that I've always been. But one thing that I haven't always known is exactly who I am. Like, who is Christina Sciblo? I don't know, I just always feel like I've always been, I don't know, different. In school, like, I would have friends, of course, but I feel like nobody really truly understood me, or I could never really truly be myself around certain people. So, and it's because, like, I don't really know where I'm going with that, but that's just kind of what I've always dealt with. And I'm just gonna leave off on that note. Maybe this video will help someone. Entrepreneurship is definitely a struggle, but you really just need to be grateful for what you do have. If not, you'll start to get very unhappy and very stressed out. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave off on that note.